Congresswoman, to you and to all of our co-hosts who are here, and to every single one of you who took the time to be here and to share space with us tonight. It really means the world. It's a special gathering, and I'd like to hand it over to Kathy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's give another wonderful round of applause to our I'd like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And let me say that we are here coming together for Congressman Cori Bush. That really means something, because I've lived in St. Louis my entire life. I've traveled, I have a passport, so it means I've left the country. But I can tell you one thing. I have gone to many political events, and you do not see the diversity that I see in this room. And I'd like to thank all of you for being here. Okay, I don't want to just go on and on, because you can come here and talk to me or see me, and we want to get to the star of our afternoon. But let's hold the microphone let me go through my notes, because I'm supposed to. Thank you. All right. I talk with my hands, so I have a problem. So again, welcome to everyone for coming to this event of coming together for Congressman Cori. And we appreciate each and every one of you. I can say that from the bottom of my heart. You have just learned my name, which is Kathy Conley Jones, but I am not the only person that is who is actually the responsible for this event. I'd like to take just a little time and say those other individuals. David Roberts, he is one of our co-hosts for this evening. He is on Zoom. So, Zoom, David, thank you so much. Also, our jewel of St. Louis, Maxine Clark, of Build a Bear, Build a Better, Build a Better. Also, Rick Shane, he's out there somewhere. There, Rick in the back. Thank you, Rick. Scott and Tagliata. Okay. Kathleen Dunn, Dr. Zia Ahmed, Dr. Amaj, if I kill your name, please. It's just because I can't read well. Amaj Ali, Carolyn Fon, Yadinka Khaledi, Tina Kruppen, Adam Kustra, and Dr. Muhammad Fakir. So this event, as we said, would not be possible, was not for those individuals that stepped up and stepped forward, because we saw in Congressman Cori a woman who stepped up and stepped forward. This would not be possible, and we are here to come together for you, Congressman Cori Bush, and people of the communities around St. Louis and Missouri. And for that, I can't be more grateful. But let me tell you a little something about Congressman Cori. First of all, Congressman Cori, before I talk about you, I want to talk about two people that's in this room that, because you are our Congresswoman, they traveled from Las Vegas, Nevada, to come here. Mr. Quincy Branch and his father, Aubrey Branch. Would you just wave your hand back there? When you show people that you truly believe in what you stand for, they will come from around the country, around the world to support you. And so I just want to let you know that. All right, let me move on. Congressman Cori Bush represents Missouri's 1st district in the U.S. Congress, and she is a registered nurse, which means she cares about people. She's a single mother. A lot of us know what that's like. She's an ordained minister, which means that she carries her faith with her no matter where she goes. Following the murder of Michael Brown Jr. by a now terminated Ferguson police officer, she became a civil rights activist and a community organizer fighting for justice for Black lives on the streets of Missouri and across this country. Who you see sitting in this chair is not someone that this was given to her. This is a woman who stepped out and saw the need and said, if not me, then who? Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our Congresswoman, Cori Bush.
all know I can talk. But right now, you know, I'm kind of speechless because, like, this is the space that is so needed because of the other space that we have to live in and walk in every single day that is not friendly like this one, where people don't show up to see you because they believe in you, or they want to hear your message because they may want to believe in you and see your work. We get the other, that people show up to figure out what they don't like about you and try to tear you apart. But that's the job. I get it. That just gives us, and I say us because I don't do this work alone. You met my chief of staff, who was also our advisor on the campaign about Hallelujah, and Morgan Lowe is back there in the back, and Alex Haddad is back there in the back. This is the space where I get to get built back up again. You know, no matter what happens on the outside, I get to come into this space and see people that, I have people in here I see that I knew from high school. Naeem Gray is back here, is out here somewhere. I have people who were with me, yeah, there he is back there. And people who were with me on campaigns starting with 2016. I see, you know, my 2016, raise your hands, don't be shy. Oh, you know, people that were with me all the way back to 2016 when we did not have a clue what we were doing, but we knew that there was a call and there was this, we were compelled. And then people who were with me 2018 and now, and then 2020 up to now. And then for all of you that decided to co-host this event, thank you so much for not only thinking about what we need to do coming up, because re-election is real. Many of us have heard, you know, rumors, so we just have to be prepared. But to be public about your support is a whole other thing. To be public about the support is something completely different. And so I want to thank you so much for doing this. And I know we moved the dates a couple times, but thank you for caring enough, not only about this vision for St. Louis that I carry in my heart and that our team works for every single day, but just about your neighbor. Because my work is not at all, it's never about propping up Cori, making the Bush name something. I'm trying to change the Bush name. That I'm trying to do. But it's never about that. I grew up here in St. Louis, started out on the west side, went to the North County. I've lived South City, I've lived North City, I've lived in Florissant, I've lived in Hazelwood, I've lived all around, I've lived in Dalewood, I've lived all around St. Louis. And I've had a lot of knocks and head bumps all around St. Louis. But the thing is, I'm not the only one. There are people who have gone through so much worse. There are people going through so much worse right now. And that's a burden every single day for me. The burden is, this is happening, Cori, and what can you do? Every single morning, I wake up with that. Every single night, I go to sleep with that. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? While people are saying, legislate up here. We want you to work for the middle class. When you work for the middle class, you're taking care of America. And my thing is, it's 435 of us. You do that. It's fine. You do that. But I remember being in a position to where not only me, but the people in my circle, we were missed by jacked up policy choices. We were missed by a lot of legislation that just didn't recognize our humanity. And so I don't want to be that person, because Because I feel like if you legislate thinking about those in your community who are living and struggling with the least, if you start legislating from there, those who don't have the least will benefit too. But you gotta make sure everybody receives. I know it because I remember one day sitting outside of a payday loan company. I was sitting in the parking lot. My children were small, maybe 7 and 8. And I was sitting there and I just remember thinking, you know, I work